I'm going to show you a quick tutorial of how to use the widgets for your questionnaires. In this tutorial, I'm going to go over how you set up, you add those widgets, where those widgets actually come from, and then what does it look like for a patient to fill out those widgets from the questionnaire side, and then how do you reconcile what that patient put inside of that questionnaire to those widgets inside the encounter note. Alright, so let's get started. So this is a rough video. There's no script behind this, so there may be some mistakes. I may have to go back and forth. Just please be patient. And so let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to talk about constructing this intake form. So first what we're going to do is go into our settings. Instead of pressing instead of going to your cog wheel, the settings wheel at the top right, just press S on your keyboard and it'll take you directly into settings. So this is in relation to your questionnaires. So go to your questionnaires right over here. So I already created an intake form that contains most of those new widgets that we're talking about. I'm going to go to that intake form because I wanted to test it out before I gave you an explanation. The questionnaire is called Fake Questionnaire. We're going to click on this action button right here. We're going to click on Edit. So here's some widgets that I've added: chief complaints, symptoms, history of present illness, past medical history, and family history. Let's say I need to add more details to this questionnaire. Well, I'm just going to click on plus add items, and let's pretend that we're going to add those widgets again. So what you're going to do is click on where it says component/widget, click in that box, and you're going to choose the widget that you need to add. So personal details, primary contact details, primary insurance details, allergies, medications, and supplements, those are all widgets from prior. They've been along with ChARM EHR for 2+ years. The new widgets that came out about 2.5 to 3 weeks ago, those are chief complaints, symptoms, history of present illness, past medical history, family history, social history, and review of systems. Now, when you select the widget, you're going to select a template from your ChARM EHR practice templates to have that patient answer that widget. So, what I've done is I went into my settings, I went into templates, and I created a chief complaint template to use for this questionnaire. Same goes for all the rest of them. Symptoms, you choose the template that you have in your practice questionnaires. Alright, so I choose the widget, I choose the template, and then I press add. And then you can see my questionnaire that I've made, the fake questionnaire, and some widgets that I've chosen. So I'm going to click on save. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule an appointment with this patient named Trent, and I'm going to send this questionnaire out to that patient, have that patient fill out this questionnaire, and then I'm going to pretend that I'm the provider, and I'm going to start the encounter note, and I'm going to reconcile the information that I got from that questionnaire into Trent's encounter note. So let's do that. So let's go to our calendar. Okay, since I'm having you watch this video, if you need to go into your calendar, just do ZC on your computer. It'll take you to calendar. If you know that you think that you need to go to a calendar, but you're actually just scheduling an appointment, next time just do A+ on your keyboard, and you can schedule an appointment by just using a keyboard shortcut. Alright, so we're going to schedule Trent. Alright, and he's coming in for a doctor's consultation. Let's choose that fake questionnaire just to make sure it's been selected. There we go. I'm not so worried about what visit type or what room number we're going to put him in. I am going to put a reason for the visit. And then I'm going to click on create to start them to schedule the appointment. Let's put a start time of 5:30, just so we know exactly which appointment. And let's click on create. I'm not worried about double booking. Alright, and there's my appointment. There's Trent, there's at 5:30. We've assigned him some intake forms. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go straight to our Safari. That's the browser that I'm using to get into this patient's personal health record. So let's do that. Okay, I've already logged into the patient's PHR just so we didn't have to watch me going through the login process. What I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh my screen. I'm just going to go to timeline real quick. That's refreshing the screen. Now I'm going to go into questionnaire. Alright, so we've assigned this patient to fill out the questionnaire named Fake Questionnaire. Here is that questionnaire. Let's click on it. And this is how that patient's going to fill them out. So I've made this very quickly, these templates to utilize. So let's just do that. So in order, I'm going to put in their chief complaints. So first chief complaint is anxiety. Second chief complaint is maybe back pain that they have. Third chief complaint is maybe they feel like they have pressure within their chest. Just another good one. So we got those three. Now we're going to go duration. How long does it last? Let's say it lasts for 60 minutes for them. And this is the patient filling this out. Onset, sudden, continuous, history of trauma, aggravated by, relieved by, rest, and medicines. Onset, it's a shooting, it's throbbing, it's aching. It is also numbing. Severity, moderate. Timing, let's say constant. We already choose the duration, so we don't have to worry about that. Trend, it is worsening. Onset, how much does this pain interfere with your daily activity? Let's say a 7. Aggravating factors, exertion, leaning forward, lying down, let's say twisting, what have you. Or you can keep going on with this, and then looks like we have some family history questions. Stress, severe, rarely sweats, cold, feeling of bleed easily, cold limbs, we're not going to worry about that. And now we're going to click on submit. Alright, so I'm the patient, I just filled out your questionnaire. It's now going to push to your ChARM EHR. So I'm going to go back to my Google, which is the browser that I'm using, Google Chrome. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to start the encounter note with Trent, and we're going to reconcile that fake questionnaire that patient filled out into the encounter note. So let's do that. So there's Trent, there's that 5:30 that we just scheduled with him. Now we're going to click on Start the Encounter Note. We're just going to use a comprehensive note as an example, and we're going to click on Create. Alright, so here's our encounter note. They filled out that fake questionnaire. That questionnaire is going to be under our questionnaire section. Here's that questionnaire. There's the fake questionnaire that they filled out. You can see it says submitted. Here are the details that they had given us. Their chief complaints in order: anxiety, back pain, pressure, the chest. How long it lasts, 60 minutes. It's sudden. They get a shooting, throbbing, aching pain. The severity is moderate. If you need to change, you can. Further, the other questions that they had answered. Now let's click on reconcile. This is going to take this data and it's going to push to the physician note. So you're going to see data in the chief complaint, data in the symptoms, data in the history of present illness, data in the past, family, and other details. So if I go to physician note, you're not going to see anything listed. No chief complaint, no symptoms, or anything like that. So let's reconcile what we have listed in this questionnaire. Reconcile. Now it's going to ask you, okay, this is how you want it to look, and this is how it's going to be pushed in to the encounter note. Let's click on Add All. Now it's all been added. Okay, we're good on that. We can preview it if you need a preview. Save it, and we're good. Now let's go into physician note. There you go. Unfortunately, somebody set the text size to be 36. That's why it looks like this. And your ChARM EHR will now have a text size of 36. But you can see how it all got populated from the questionnaire directly into the physician note. There's their list of chief complaints in order: anxiety, back pain, and pressure within the chest. Duration, 60 minutes. Onset is continuous, relieved by rest and medicines. That is how these widgets work. You add the widget inside the questionnaire, and the widget pertains to the template that you have in your template section of your ChARM EHR. So let's go to those templates. So I have all these little tabs open for myself. Let's go back. Okay, so I constructed those templates in my ChARM EHR so I can have those patients fill out those templates for me from the questionnaire. How I did that is I went into templates right over here at the top right. I then went into plus new template or grab templates from my library. I said, okay, I want my patients to tell me what their chief complaints are within the questionnaire. So I selected chief complaints, I clicked on proceed, and I made my chief complaint template. So I named it, I used all these components in front of me, I saved it, and then I went into my settings and questionnaire, and I associated that template with that questionnaire widget. Alright, so thanks for watching. Please let us know if you have any questions. If you do have questions, contact my support at support@charmhealth.com or 855-571-5557, option 2, if you have any questions. Thanks so much for watching.